Hello and welcome to the past 30 days in art. Today we're going to discuss the psychology of badass art. In truth, I didn't make too much art this month. I was nursing a broken rib and really, I had not too much interest in making art. The truth is, I've always loved making art or creating art, but I've always hated selling art. As a professional artist, it creates a conflict that sometimes makes it difficult to produce art. It's not a new conflict. It's a conflict that's troubled artists since the beginning of time. How to produce art and how to create a living at the same time. It's one that's been intensified in the modern age, as was discussed in the 1921 essay by Walter Benjamin, Art in the Age of Mechanical Reproduction, in which he talks about how the fact that as images are reproduced in magazines, videos, and books, the value of art or the value of original actually decreases. It's a myth which is disproven by the value or how much an original Picasso can sell for, but nonetheless, the reality is, as a modern artist, it can be very difficult to justify your prices when you can walk into a Walmart and buy a Picasso for $19.99 frames. It's even more so, what complicates creating art even more so in this modern day and age is branding. In the modern world, words such as sector, industry, profits are used every day, and as such, artists are expected to be more corporate than ever. It has to do with who invests in art. It's banks and corporations. No one wants to invest in a mad bohemian, regardless of what they create, because you can't control the person to a certain extent. You see it clearly in rock and roll where a band will wear a black shirt now on stage, a black button-up, rather than t-shirts and jeans. All the big level bands. I'm not going to go into name any names because then people will say I'm shit-talking people, which isn't my intent, and that's not what this is about. What this is about is that art is not a 9-to-5 gig. It's more I think, therefore I am. Nowadays, with art being more corporate, artists are taught to build a brand before making art. They promote the brand as a reflection of themselves as an artist. It's backwards. Art has always been created as a reflection of life. And even when it was representational, it was a reflection of life, of humanity, thereby making it reflections of the artists, their trials and tribulations, their insights and reflections. As such, art continually expanded, which created recognized styles, series of works, and then movements. In the modern age, you focus on promoting an idea which is recognized as your style and who you are as an artist. In the modern age, you focus on promoting your brand or your idea as your recognized style, which is a reflection of you as an artist, which then gets sold on t-shirts and posters. It's an idea that hampers creativity because it doesn't allow the artist to express themselves in different forms. It gets times by 1,000 if an artist has never learned the fundamentals of art or just copies another artist's work, which you see happen all the time, such as in the case of an artist like Mark Reardon, wherein he created a specific style, and then you have Chicago's version of it. You have, and then all these other people who thought it was a great style hopped on the bandwagon, more or less, and start replicating that art. You see it happen in pop music. Where a handful of songs will stand the test of time. The rest is all just going to slip into the blackness of history. So, a true artist wakes, lives, breathes, sleeps, and poops art. All of these things are element of what makes that artist art. They're a reflection of an artist and the artist's life, which is where the essence of art lies. It is blatantly obvious in the works of art and can easily be seen when viewing, hearing, or feeling art. Good art transcendentally speaks to humans all on some level. It does not need to be explained, it does not need to be sold, it just is. So living in a day and age where there are more artists and more works of art than ever, the truth is, the world is producing less art. Finding badass art is even rarer. How do I know this? Because I make badass art. I make it whether I'm drawing, writing, making a video, or sitting here breathing. Why? Because it is a reflection of my true self. It is the essence of who I am, regardless of whether it sells, gets views, or is read. And that's badass. So this month, I don't have any art to show you. Because really, I didn't produce anything worth of quality. I'm not going to try to sell you on an idea of it being something that it's not or showing you a process unnecessarily. I just wanted to express the idea, this is art. And this is art, baby. And you ain't going to change it. You might as well invest. Thanks for joining me in the artist studio. I hope you have a great month, and I'll see y'all later.